back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code, text and turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top burners, big burners, trainers and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Wisdom Wednesday broadcast. We finished up our June social network boot camp for Facebook and LinkedIn. And here we are, halfway through the month of June. So much has changed. So many things are changing. And for those of you that are watching this on Facebook or watching this live on LinkedIn or my YouTube channel or my students that are participating in this Zoom thing, you're the first ones to learn about some things. You know, Facebook and LinkedIn are changing all the time. Working with my students, we come across different scenarios, come up with different scripts. And my hottest script that I introduced in boot camps 6 years ago, I taught it to my coaching students for probably over 10 years. But we introduced it to the general public in my boot camp 6 years ago. And every year we've tweaked it. Every year we've improved upon it, because the project launch strategy and accompanying scripts enable you to move your prospect through the process quicker, faster. And we've been giving everybody a tremendous amount of assistance in using it. You want to use the script before you talk about your business, because what it does is it speeds up the process. Well, we're taking our project launch script and we're taking it to a whole new level. And we're going to be introducing it for the first time in our July boot camp. But there's something else that goes along with that. So let me first remind all of you that at the beginning of every quarter, we have a 5th session of boot camp: create, connect, communicate, and close. And the extra session is the daily routine of top earners. Well, July is the beginning of the 3rd quarter, and we have an appropriate 3rd session. Now, this one is going to be so different than most of the other ones that I've done, primarily because of everything that has happened in network marketing in the last 4 months. You had Arbonne close, go out of business. Isagenix is in disarray. There are more network marketing leaders looking for new companies and new businesses, which is really the focus of what we talk about in our top earner retreats. But in our last night of boot camp, we introduced some new tactics and new strategies, some of them for the first time, to help my students have a means of talking to unhappy network marketers and enroll them in the business. And I'm excited to say that 2 of my students have already done it. In the daily routine, we're going to show everybody the daily routine that the top earners in your business do on a daily basis for those of you that have aspirations to go to the top of your company. How to develop the mindset of $1 million top earner. Now, we go into a lot more detail during our retreats, but we have an extra session in boot camp. We do it once a quarter. And I have a feeling that this boot camp is going to fill up. I don't like to have more than 200 people participating. You also have the important lessons from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And so part of this July boot camp is going to be extensive training on how to use the project launch script, the new one, when you're talking to every prospect, and to know who specifically you want to use them on. So, the end of the month, we have our top earner summer retreat, and we have a special promotion for everybody, but it's only going to be available till next Monday. I didn't realize that they didn't include the 5th session of boot camp. So grab this, folks. If you haven't secured your place yet, you need to. Go to maxneigart.com/retreat combo and use the promo code best deal. Because on Monday, when you come back here, it's still going to be a phenomenal deal, but it's going to be $60 more. So just don't say I didn't tell you. You all, frankly, are the only ones that are watching this. Of course, people are watching it on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. The retreat is 3 days and includes our 90-day game plan, how network marketers catch whales, and we have a whole section on the training of 22 $1 million earners that participated in previous retreats. information is outrageous. And as soon as you register, we're going to give you access to these so you can watch them, listen to them. You'll have access to the 90-day game plan, you have the whale book. Again, you have until Monday. Now, tonight we're going to talk about how you can get immediate results with my newest project launch strategies and scripts. And I mean immediate. Some of you will start talking to people right after this training. Now, it's easy to find perfect prospects for your business on LinkedIn when you know who you're looking for. So who are you looking for? It's important that you know by their profession, by the skills they have. For the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about how Rite Aid is closing down. Okay. But not everybody in Rite Aid that works for Rite Aid is going to be a candidate for your business. We want to be very selective about who we reach out to. The more selective you are, the better results you're going to have. Now, your profile sets the stage for staggering results. What people see on your profile, your headline, your banner, gives people a sense of who you are and what you do. I love stories. I love sharing stories because you can relate to all of these. Knowing who you want to talk to is key. Project launch script speeds up the process. Well, Dan had a cleaning business, and they used drones to clean houses from the air. And he hurt himself, couldn't work for a while. So he jumped into a network marketing company. He jumped into Melaleuca. And he wanted to go fast. So he jumped into my coaching program, and he really was picking everything up. And after our third coaching session, his sponsor, who was a leader in Melaleuca, Jason Fisher, died, which moved him to the category of being an orphan. Didn't have anybody to work with, didn't have anybody to help him. So he came back to me and he said, listen, Max, can you help me sell my cleaning service? And I told him, I can help you sell anything, just like I can help all of you sell anything. If you know who the ideal prospect is for your business, how many of those professionals do you want to talk to on a daily basis? You can be talking to 10, 15, 20 people a day that you know in advance are perfect prospects. Well, because he uses drones, why not, instead of single family homes, why not sell your services to apartment buildings, to hotels, to tall structures? So it went off in that direction. His story should motivate every one of you.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, now they kind of brought you in, made you partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless, that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contacts with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it just blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking, when I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
Okay, so let me give you the details. He ended up not only cutting a deal with Verizon, but he cut a deal with some municipalities to clean their water towers and some big buildings. With Verizon, he's talking to an engineer that worked for Verizon. When you talk to people on LinkedIn, you follow the basic script. You look at their profile. What do they do? You ask, what do you do? How did they connect? The person liked something that he posted. He's an engineer for Verizon. So they start a conversation. Well, what do you do? Well, he's an engineer for Verizon. He works on the cell phone towers. Then the engineer asks him, well, what do you do? We had a script. I have a business that we clean with drones. We clean tall structures. Engineer comes back and says, have you ever cleaned cell phone towers? Says, no, but we can clean anything. 3 more conversations, and he ended up talking to the executives to make that happen. Now, he was the first person that bought a franchise. He ended up bringing 5 big deals to the franchise owners. They wanted to know, how are you doing it? Where are you getting all of these deals? So we ended up, they offered him a partnership, a percentage. And I made some suggestions. There's 2 other partners. Go for a third of the company, which is what he has now. I'm not telling this to impress you. I'm just telling you that on LinkedIn, you are connected to millions of people. There is nothing, absolutely nothing to stop you from talking to 5, 10, 15 people every day. Establishing relationships with people and selling whatever it is you want to sell. Nothing but inactivity. And so for those of you that are students and you've been through some of my sessions, some of my trainings, you absolutely want to make sure you're in this July boot camp. So strategy, we're going to dive into a little bit here, and how you get conversations started. Is you post something, or probably the most popular strategy I've ever taught was go on Facebook and just change your picture. Just change your picture. Look at the people that liked it or made a comment. Start a conversation with them. Sometimes the people that you would have called up to tell about the business. Instead of calling them, you change their picture, they see what you've done, they like it. So you reach back to them, Betty, I noticed you like my picture. You know, it's been years since we've talked. Hope you've been well. What's new? What's going on in your life? Benny tells you. And 85% of the time, they will come back and they will ask you what's new in your life. So you give them an answer that's going to make them curious. You know, things are wonderful, Betty. I started an internet business that is going to enable me to move to Florida and live on a beach. The magic happens when you don't ask them if they want to know about it. The magic happens when you ask them a question. How the kids? You don't talk about it. And it's magical. They come back and they want to know what's it all about. You follow the scripts. And then when you determine, when you've learned enough about them to know that you'd really want them in your business, that is when you're going to pull out the project launch script. Let them know that you're launching a special project to start the beginning of July. And you're going to work with two people that want to make serious money, that want to start new careers, that are looking to earn a significant amount of money. And when you finish with the project launch script, more people are going to be interested in looking at your business. On LinkedIn, now that they've got catch up, you make a couple of changes on your profile. I'm going to demonstrate it. And LinkedIn will blast it out to everybody that you're connected to. We've been talking for the last 4 months about the importance of posting anything that you do that people can see, that they can react to. You can start a conversation. You're not going to want to use the project launch script for everybody. You want to be very, very selective about who you use it with. Now, my 4-step formula with scripts have been behind the success of top-earning network marketing leaders and affiliate marketers for over 25 years. As a matter of fact, in August, I'll be celebrating 30 years in network marketing. Posting builds relationships and trust with people without talking to them. 4 steps. Create a page. Put yourself out there. If you've already got a page, you can make a couple of changes. And those changes will trigger reactions from people that you're connected to. Next, it's all about connecting with people. If you've already been on LinkedIn for any length of time, there are people that you've been connected to for years that you haven't talked to. So you can either connect with new people or you could reconnect with people that you haven't talked to in years. Start the conversation again. Then it's all about communicating. Talk to people. Determine who they are. Determine what they need. Qualify them. And they don't even realize that you're doing it. Follow the scripts. Ask questions. And finally, bring them into your business. Close the sale. And a very important part of this process is going to be our project launch script. And we're going to be giving you new tweaks that are going to make it more effective than ever before. You want to be very, very selective about who you use it with. Now, effective posting is the key. Okay? because posting builds relationships, trust. And my project launch strategies and scripts are going to help you close sales faster. So, for those of you that are watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel, why should you listen to me? In the 90s, I broke the code to a social network called America Online. And I used their texting feature to develop a simple formula with scripts that helped me add thousands of like-minded people to a network marketing business in 18 months. It was unbelievable how fast it worked. Now, over the years, I've trained and shared the formula and scripts with hundreds of thousands of affiliate network marketers around the world who in turn have trained and influenced the millions of people that they work with. My formula has been responsible for creating 2 generations of online 6, 7, 8-figure earners, and has actually helped transition and transform the entire network marketing industry from a belly-to-belly, face-to-face business to a virtual one. Now, every day that I'm on Facebook, I come across someone that is promoting AI, artificial intelligence, which is wonderful. Wonderful. They promote systems that will get you literally thrown off Facebook or LinkedIn because these social networks have terms. They don't want you using those. Success stories roll in. Dana Barris started working with me back in MySpace. Her company was sold out from under her 4 different times. And the new company that came in, she went over there, and all the orphans, all the people that didn't have an upline went after her. Top recruiter in her company, year after year after year. When her company was sold, she just went over to the new one, boom, right to the top. It's making over $100,000 a month. Top recruiter. Now, people started calling this the Max Method years ago, and they now call me the father of social networking. I've spoken at large events, 5,000 people, 8,000 people, 10,000 people, and literally have helped so many people. Now, I've made millions teaching network marketers how to turn a social network personal profile. That's all you need on every significant social network into a broadcasting platform that impacted millions of people and made them millions of dollars. You just need a profile. And there is nothing to stop you. Nothing. You know, every day I get an email or I hear from somebody that's struggling financially, has tried company after company after company, and never had any success. Looking at the people that are here in this Zoom, I can't see you on Facebook, can't see you on LinkedIn, can't see you on YouTube. I'm just telling you that it's not hard. There is nothing, absolutely nothing to prevent you from earning a living, generating all kinds of revenue. Network marketing is a phenomenal industry, phenomenal. And you know, what's really interesting is that everybody's coming back. Everybody. 30 years ago, I had the pleasure of working with John Stetler. John was one of the top earners in Zango. I've been reconnected to Sandy Cohn, who was also one of the top earners in Zango. Well, now John's back. When he was building a Zango business, he had tens of he had 40,000 reps when we started. After I started working with him, his company was expanding to South Africa. They were opening up in a new country. So he brings somebody into his business in South Africa, and the person he brought in sponsored 3 people. The duplication blew him away. Had a huge, huge business until Zango was sold out from under him. Now he's back. Will Zanders was number 5 in his company when we started working together in November of 2022. 6 months after we started, he moved up to number 2. Today's number 1. How many people did you talk to today about your business? How many? How many people? We're halfway through the month of June. How many people have you enrolled? How many people did you enroll in May? This isn't hard. Now, it may be hard for some of you. You know, it's complicated. You're not crazy about technical stuff. But anybody can learn this. Anybody. If you're not rank advancing at least once a month, well, you could be. If you're not talking to people about your business every day, you could be. No, let me rephrase that. You should be. Forget about could. You should be talking to 5 or 10 people every day about your business. It depends on how serious you want to build it. My track record of developing high-income top earners network marketing through social media is legendary in many circles. And I say many circles because in many companies, I'm their secret weapon. I get people, leaders, that don't want me to post my trainings on YouTube helping their people because I'm their secret weapon. In many cases, I can be your secret weapon. My mission is to help anyone with the drive to succeed in network marketing leverage the power of social networks and achieve their financial goals so they can live their dreams. I am here to help you. So if you're ready to unlock your potential and transform your future, let's do it together. Let me see. I saw somebody. Yeah, let me check in with Barbara. Barbara, it's nice to see you.
Hi, Max. How are you doing?
Knock on wood, I'm doing really, really good. The question is, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I'm back in the swing of things, and I've been a little lax here, but I've just learned so much from you, and so grateful for everything that I've learned. I probably, I don't know, maybe been at this about 2 years now, learning and joining, and I think when I started, I maybe had 300 and some, friends or whatever you call it. I'm now over 2,000, and I'm still having so much fun.
Well, I
So,
remember,
yeah,
one time you came in and you said that you got a notice on Facebook that you ranked advanced and you didn't even know it.
exactly, exactly. But what I did, I actually changed companies. That's why I had to rearrange, recalculate, look where I was going, and realized, and they changed CEOs and all that. And I said, I couldn't get a piece. I just couldn't. So I had a friend that I met about 2 years ago, and she called me one day. We had sort of kept in touch, and she asked what I was doing. And I said, well, I'm just rearranging here right now. I said, what are you doing? And she says, She said, "What do you know about stem cells?" I said, "Nothing." So she sent me her information and I was blown away. And it's just a phenomenal business. I'm having a lot more fun, but I can still say everything that I've learned. I still have a lot to learn, but I can put it in place because I tell people on our team, I still tell them, I said, "Listen, Max Steingart's where you need to go. You need to get into Lincoln and learn as much as you can because it's just very beneficial. You're a blessing. That's all I can say. You're a blessing, and I want to thank you."
Uh, Barbara, let me give you a little tip. You know, during the time that, you were trying to build the other business, you made connections. I'm sure you talked to a lot of people that just weren't interested in what you were doing, but you were
Oh,
connected.
oh yeah, and there was a lot in there that tried, that came in and tried. Um, and I said, okay, I, in fact, I keep saying, I said, "Lord, where do I go? Who do you want me to call next?" And he said, "Go in your back office and go to all those that have an X across their name because they were looking for something."
Well, I mean,
And
by the same token, look at the people you connected with, okay, that you talked about the business.
yes,
So you go back to these people and, hey,
oh
listen,
yeah,
just looking to catch up. How have you been?
I've been doing very well. I have been staying with my daughter for a while, who moved down from Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
and then she moved back. So I went through the moving process of figuring out where was I going to go next, and it took me a little while to get straightened out. I still have some things in storage, but that's okay. This is all temporary. But I feel like I'm mentally, emotionally, physically, and ready to do what everything that I learned. Because when I did do it, I was very consistent.
Mhm.
That to me is a very important factor, to
So
be consistent.
let me
Yeah.
let me finish the strategy. So you reach out to somebody, you just looking to catch up, and
Well, it's great to be on. I know a couple of times I register to get on, and then something else happens, or who knows, and I didn't, I somehow missed it. But I'm looking to register for the July boot camp so I can get, whatever.
yeah. So here's this is let me just finish the strategy. So you
Okay.
reconnect with somebody that you talked to about the other business,
Yes.
and then you come back and say, how are things with you? What's new?
Okay.
And then they'll tell you, and then they're going to come back and they say, well, what's new with you? So then you could say, I found, another company
Mm-hmm.
that has a different range of products that I'm a lot more excited about. And frankly, it's easier to market. It's easier to sell. More people need it. There's a wider range of folks. And I'm doing way, way better with this company. And
Oh, yeah.
the last time we spoke, I showed you my other company because you were interested in making some extra money. And if you're interested, I'd love to show you this one because of the nature of what it is. It's more fun to build, and the income is better. Would you like to know more about it? And
Mm-hmm.
one of my students had been in her company for 15 years,
Wow.
and her upline was a phone person, and he was all about the phone. Forget about social media,
Right.
and of course, the company didn't have any internet tools. So
Oh,
when we started working together, we had to string together some YouTube videos so we could show the business. Now she's
uh,
great conversationalist. She got people in the business, but it wasn't duplicating because they had no online tools. So
right.
she joins a new company the last 6 days of the month. And she goes out and she approached 10 people that she'd pitched on a previous company. And she signed up 8 of them.
Wow,
8 of them. And
that's remarkable.
well, right. That's why I'm sharing it with you. So, so she rank advanced in her company 3 months in a row by going back.
Yes, yes.
So I will keep my eye out for you in the July boot camp. You're not gonna believe how many things have changed. So I'm really happy to see you.
Well, it's good to see you too, Max, and thank you. You're, like I said, you're a definite gift and a blessing. So thank you very much. And I'm glad you're doing well.
Thank you. I feel like, well, I'm blessed. Everything is really, really great. So let's get back to this. Today, the fastest growing top earners in your business will tell you that they owe their success to my formula and scripts. They follow them to the letter, and they teach them everyone that comes into their business. And as a result, they've got fast growing teams of excited distributors that follow the formula and scripts because they work and enable everyone to follow new distributors, to enroll new distributors and customers in less than an hour or two a day. If you want your business to grow, you bring somebody into your business, you have to help them start making money within 72 hours. And using the project launch script along with the other stuff that I'm teaching you, it will happen. The simplicity and ease of teaching this to everyone that comes into their business ensures immediate duplication that's going to drive excitement, motivation, and rapid rank advancement deeper into their organization. And the project launch script that I've been teaching for years is going to play a big part in that. The new variation of the script is going to double the results. 4 simple steps. Everyone can create a LinkedIn and Facebook profile, instantly connect with people, communicate and qualify them, close a sale. And then you teach the steps to everyone that comes into the business. As all they have to do, maybe change their picture, post something, and they can immediately be talking to people they're connected to. Teach it, and you're on your way to becoming a top earner. It's like learning to dance. The steps are simple, easy to teach, and they duplicate, like learning the cha-cha. 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. 3, 4, cha-cha-cha. It's exciting because it's going to put you and everyone on your team on the road to success in your business in record time. And as people achieve success, they get excited. Help your new recruits make money in the first 30 days. And you're on your way to building a big team. And when you follow my 4-step formula and scripts, you can't fail. With unlimited prospects to talk to on LinkedIn and Facebook, and with continual practice, you simply can't fail. You're going to be using the project launch script at the appropriate time, 3 or 4 times a day. The content of your profile and your daily posting activity positions you to be perceived as an expert and an influencer by everyone that sees it. The secret to connecting with perfect prospects and converting them to new business partners and customers has to do with 3 things. 1, the relationships you create with the content of your profile, the influence and level of trust that you generate with your daily activity and posts, and 3, the conversations you have with your prospects. Follow my scripts. Now, in the scripts book, we have an older version of the project launch script. In July, we're coming out with a souped up version. The ability to get people to talk to you, follow you, like you, trust you, take action, and join your team revolves around everyone's perception of who you are when you use my project launch strategies and scripts with the right people. Now, this is completely in your hands, totally in your control. And you can sell anything on LinkedIn as long as we're talking to the right people. When I started working with Joanne, she'd been in Melaleuca as a customer for 7 years, but she was an orphan. She went through a couple of boot camps, liked the concept, create, connect, communicate, and close. First month, she doubled her business. The second month, it tripled. And then she started to use what she learned because she was selling insurance. So she started to sell insurance. The people that she worked for were so impressed with the number of sales that she was making that they paid her $5,000 to teach the other agents how to do it. In 1 month, she recruited 40 insurance agents into her business. She came on, she had a really great story. I'm not going to share it with you. Now, your proven path to global growth, and I say global growth because you can build your business anywhere in the world. And in our July boot camp, we're going to teach you, if your company is expanding around the world, we're going to teach you how to do that. With the Max method, you won't need a new game plan for every country or culture. You use the same one. The Max method and my project launch strategies and scripts work everywhere for everyone. And when your team duplicates and grows, they don't have to depend on you. And yeah, you can stop having to do everything for everybody. It's fast, it's easy, it duplicates. You shift from personally based growth to process-based duplication, from effort to energy. That's the secret of top earners. They don't lead with hype. They lead with systems. In our upcoming retreat, we're going to devote a lot more time getting into the importance of systems. And because in network marketing, it's not the best people who win. It's the people with the best systems. Time and financial freedom begins with duplication. And when you give people a plug-and-play system, a launch process that works for anyone with a will to win, something beautiful happens. You make more money and you gain both time and financial freedom. Freedom to grow, to lead, to live, because the business starts working with or without you. That's what systems do. If you've been searching for a way to stop spinning your wheels, to create faster results, and to build a team that duplicates down 3, 4, even 5 levels deep, then the Max method and my strategies and scripts are your path. Don't just work harder, build smarter. So using my project launch strategy and scripts is the beginning of lasting growth. The system is the secret, and duplication, that's the real magic. You know, I go back from time to time and I look at what I was teaching 5 or 6 years ago and what I'm teaching today. The process is the same. The audience is bigger. The tools are better. The new project launch strategies and scripts help you identify serious prospects. And it creates immediate responses, genuine curiosity, serious interest on the part of the other person, a sense of urgency, fast, decisive action on their part. You'll get more people to look when you use the strategy. Immediate decisions, immediate duplication, faster team growth, faster rank advancement. Now, my 4 most popular and effective scripts for building your business. You got the happy birthday script. You got the happy anniversary script. We have the holiday script. Official holiday, unofficial holiday. And what I want to do is I'm going to take you over I'm going to take you over. My mouse is really. Okay. So the basic process has always been on Facebook, change your picture. That gets you the fastest results and start talking to people. LinkedIn, which is real, you really want to be. You have three sources of people that you can be talking to. One is your existing network. We got connections. So a third of your connections are people that you haven't talked to in a while. Go over to your network and go to catch up. Okay. So here you've got people that have changed jobs, that you're connected to these people. Having a birthday, celebrating a work anniversary, or they've taken a course. Now, all you have to do, and of course, you could check the notifications to see who you're connected to. And something I noticed last week was that if you change your picture on LinkedIn, they put it up as a notification. So these are all opportunities to start a conversation. Now, go back to your profile. All right? And what I want you to do is come down to the details of your profile. And there's three things that you can do. One is take the first element, copy it, and then delete it. Take it off. Then put it back. Take it off, put it back. And what LinkedIn is going to do is LinkedIn is going to blast it out to everybody that you're connected to. And you could engage the people who react and respond. You know, you got the birthday strategy, but this, unbelievably effective. Another thing that you could do, this one's the most effective. Another thing that you could do is you could change the start date to the current month, and then you have an anniversary. And LinkedIn will blast it out to your network. So if I scroll down here, go to catch up. And let's look at people that have job changes. So what these people did was they changed something on their profile. Okay, so Richard here. Let's go over to his profile and see what happened. 1 week ago, because he took it off and put it back. He blasted it out to everybody that he knows. He's had 12 people that he knows like it, make a comment, I like it. You click on that, you can see all the people that reacted and responded. These are all opportunities to start a conversation. Same thing here. 7 comments. And all he did was make a change on his profile. This is proving to be more effective than changing your picture on Facebook. It's wild. All these people, new position. Thaddeus, a good friend and an old student, same thing. Took it off, put it back. Now he's had 11 people that liked it, and he's had 12 people that made comments. Alan, same thing. 4 people loved it. 1 person made a comment. This is the easiest way to engage people that you're already connected to. Start making sales. So do it tonight. Go on LinkedIn, take it off, put it back, and start talking to the people that react and respond. And you're on your way. So, top earners are building global teams without leaving home. So if your company is expanding to another country, we're going to show you how to engage people in those countries and bring them into your business. So you can secure a place in bootcamp by going to maxlinegar.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code Bigger Deal. And again, this one has an extra session, the daily routine of top earners. And then when we're finished, that finishes on Tuesday. On Friday, we have our top earner retreat. This one is going to take, for those of you that have been in previous retreats, this one is, in my opinion, 5 times better, maybe even 10 times better. Because we've got so much to work with. You got all these companies that have closed. You know, I worked with the people in Modere for 18 years. I helped 60 people become $1 million earners in Isagenix over 19 years. We're going to show you how to connect with unhappy network marketers, how to identify them, how to bring them into your business. So go to maxlinegar.com/retreat combo and use the promo code Best Deal. It'll drop the price to $139. But you only have until the end of the week. And then the promo code goes away, and we'll have another promo code. But it's going to be $199. So don't wait. And again, I am just so excited about introducing this new script. Because it's going to speed up the entire process. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. Hop on any of my Ask Max sessions for a little help. For those of you that were in the July boot camp, I'm sorry, the June boot camp, got plenty of time to talk to more people. Rank advance. Because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's all about talking to people. And Barbara, I'm thrilled that you're putting this stuff to work. Congratulations. And just going to get better. Just going to get better. Let me take a peek. Let me talk to Ruthella for a minute. Now, I'm trying to get some of these folks, but you know, sometimes they just stay logged in and they go away. So okay. Again, there has never been a better time to get into network marketing. Jump into the July boot camp. Best deal is do the retreat combo. So until next time, best of luck.
Max, I was hearing I had problem on muting.
Okay, good.
I've been here. I heard you, but I had problems on getting myself unmuted.
Well, the important thing is that you did.
Okay, we'll talk tomorrow though.
Do we have a session tomorrow?
No, I haven't set up one.
Okay. Everything going okay?
Everything is fine so far. I'll set up one next week.
Okay.
I'm here every night, you know that.
I know, I see you. I see you. I see you. You having fun?
I'm not letting go. I'm here.
I know.
All right, thank you.
I know. You're welcome. And let me unplug Joseph for a minute.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why this is showing up.
Hey Max, how are you?
Yeah, hi. Joseph, are we doing a session this week?
I'm gonna try to set one up tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know, and I'll make room.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So listen, with that, again, there is absolutely nothing to prevent you to talk to people. You will put all of these pieces together. It will work for every one of you. So until next time, like I said,